You know, as entrepreneurs or realtors, we're supposed to act like we've got it all figured out. The business, the motivation, the mindset, the never-ending energy. Or maybe that's just what we see online every day. The highlight reels, the crushing it posts, the shiny closings, the smiles that look like everything's perfect. But what if I told you that most of that isn't real? Behind every under contract post, there's often someone wondering if they're doing enough, or even if they are enough. Someone who's tired, a little unsure, but still trying to hold it all together. And look, at the risk of being a little vulnerable here, I'm not about to air my dirty laundry all over the internet, but I do think it's important to speak from a place of understanding, from someone who knows the struggle, not just someone who read about it in a book. Because the truth is, there are seasons in this business and in life where you feel unstoppable, and others where you're just trying to remember why you started. And today, I just want to talk about what it looks like to walk through both, to stay grounded, to find grace in the grind, and to remember who you are when everything feels a little off balance. Hey, I'm Josh Lasquette, realtor, husband, data-free, and someone who cares deeply about helping families like yours stay grounded in truth while building something lasting for today and the future. Now, there's this romantic idea about entrepreneurship that if you just work hard enough, stay positive, and never quit, everything will fall into place. And that's a nice idea, but here's the truth. Even when you do all of that, the results don't always show up when you expect them to. You start scrolling, seeing every other agent post closings, new listings, new followers, and that little voice creeps in saying, you're falling behind. That's not weakness. That's just what happens when your heart is fully invested in something uncertain. There are moments where I've pushed so hard trying to keep up that I forgot why I started in the first place. The business consumed the mission. And when that happens, everything starts to feel heavier than it should. But I've learned that growth doesn't happen in the rush. It happens in the rhythm. In giving yourself permission to breathe, to reset, to not have it all together every single day. As realtors, we're great at wearing smiles like armor. We post our wins because that's what we're supposed to do. But the problem is, if all we ever share are the wins, we start believing that everyone else is winning all the time. And that's just not true. I've spent seasons chasing every new idea that promised results, lead systems, social strategies, coaching programs. And sure, a few helped, but most of them just left me feeling more disconnected from who I actually am. You see, when you start copying someone else's playbook, you drift further from the story that you were created to live. And that's dangerous, because success that costs your peace isn't success. It's a slow leak in your spirit. Now, the real work isn't flashy. It's not what you post online. It's what happens between the posts. It's those mornings when you sit with your coffee, stare at the calendar, and ask yourself, can I really keep doing this? And you remind yourself, yes, I can, just not at the cost of who I am. The truth is, I don't always bounce back right away. Sometimes it takes time. But I've learned that resilience isn't built in the mountaintops. It's built in the quiet valleys. It's learning to give yourself grace when you fall short. It's finding stillness when your mind is loud. And it's choosing to believe that faith and perseverance still matter, even in a world that celebrates noise and speed. Now, at one point, I realized I was protecting the wrong things: my image, my numbers, my reputation. Now I guard my peace, I guard my time, and I guard my spirit. Because if I lose those things, what's the point of the success that I'm chasing? The world will always try to convince you that you need to be more, do more, show more, post more. But sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is less. Pull back, reflect, and realign. That's not quitting, it's just wisdom. Now, I think sometimes we mistake struggle for failure, but maybe it's just the shaping process. Maybe you're not falling apart. Maybe you're being refined. The hardest seasons in my business have always brought me back to what's real: faith, family, and purpose. And when I get quiet enough, I hear it. That reminder that peace doesn't come from performance, it comes from presence. So no, I don't have it all together, but maybe I don't need to. Maybe none of us do. Maybe all we need is to keep showing up, honest, grounded, and rooted in grace. So here's the thing. This isn't just about real estate. It's not just about entrepreneurship or sales or any career that demands more from you than you sometimes have to give. It's about being human. Because whether you're a teacher, a mechanic, a parent, or a dreamer trying to build something from nothing, you've probably felt it too. That tension between wanting to do more and needing to rest, between chasing goals and protecting your peace, between driven and just being okay. We're all building something, a life, a legacy, a family, a future, and the foundation underneath it all is mindset. Not the grind until you shine kind of mindset, but the kind that knows when to pause, breathe, and realign. So don't just chase success. Build something that lasts, something rooted, something real. And remember, the single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile.